The idea of behaviorism is the idea that learners can learn a behavior by responding to stimuli. Behaviors can either be reinforced, in which the probability of the behavior being repeated is increased through providing incentives when the behavior is completed, or the behavior can be punished, which decreases the likelihood of the behavior being repeated. Learned behaviors have been studied from many angles. Ivan Pavlov studied classic conditioning by feeding dogs while ringing a bell. After the procedure had been repeated many times, the dogs would salivate if they heard the bell ring. Classic conditioning occurs when a natural reflex responds to a stimuli. However, in the realm of education and teaching, B.F. Skinner and his studies of operant or behavioral conditioning should be more of a focus. The basic idea of operant conditioning is that if a reward or reinforcement follows the response to a stimulus, then the response becomes more probable in the future. Skinner tested his thesis in what is called the Skinner box. A rat was placed in a box, and if the rat accidentally knocked a lever, a food pellet would drop in the container next to the lever. This occurred any time a rat hit the lever. The rats quickly learned to go straight to the lever when placed in the box. Skinner specified that to teach well, a teacher must decide what they want to teach beforehand, or what behavior they want to instill. Skinner's 3 principles are to present information to be learned in small, behaviorally defined steps, give rapid feedback, and allow students to learn at their own pace. Students should be presented with drills and practices, should learn to apply associations, and that specified procedures for lessons and tests are presented to students. Behaviorists soon discovered that different patterns of response rates, or schedules of reinforcement, are the most effective. Response rate is the rate a behavior is learned, and extinction rate is the rate a behavior is unlearned. Response rate is fastest and extinction rate is slowest when reinforcement is provided at unpredictable amounts of time at unpredictable intervals of time. In other words, a behavior is best learned when reinforcement is random. Use the idea of operant conditioning to relate to the scenario that was presented to you at the beginning of class. Then take a piece of candy. Discuss how taking a piece of candy relates to operant conditioning.